Hi, Billy Mays here with the awesome...
Yes! Who are you? What are you?
Hunger. Cancer. Natural disasters. All are worthy of charitable intervention by kind viewers like you, but among us, sometimes even in our own households, a horrible, newly discovered affliction has grown to epidemic proportions, and the only cure may be your capacity to give. It's called MAMLS, Middle-Aged Male Lameness Syndrome. The National Centers for Disease Control estimates that 1 in every 25 American men born in Pinellas Park on October 15, 1968, is in a critical state of paralyzing lameness. Wouldn't you want to help if you just knew how?
Hi, I'm Brad Holepunch. You might remember me as Central Perk coffee drinker number 3 from the hit sitcom Friends. Since I haven't had an acting job in 12 years, with my clothes on, it's become my life's work to educate people about a debilitating illness. MAMLS is a crippling nightmare that affects not only those who have it, but also the loved ones trapped living with the bloated remains formerly known as their husband.
During this program, we will introduce you to Jay Cabral, a MAMLS sufferer. At the end of our presentation, we let caring souls such as yourself know how you could change the life of someone like Jay with just a few pennies. This is Jay. On the outside, he appears like your typical middle-aged man who has just let himself go. But if we dive below the surface, we discover that this flesh-colored bump on the couch is a chronically lame horror story. At Jay's age, most middle-aged men should have a German touring sedan or fancy gas-guzzling SUV. Perhaps at the very least, the modern equivalent of the sports car he couldn't afford when he was in high school. But not Jay. He drives an 8-year-old Hyundai Santa Fe. Note the beautiful retirement home silver color. Even most soccer moms wouldn't be caught dead in one of these things.
He might as well go all the way and drive a minivan.
Ah, a flat-screen TV. Jay can't be that ill, right? But closer inspection reveals that the unit is LCD and not the latest LED technology. Why, his television operates at a pathetic 60 hertz.
That's right. In Jay's darkened state, he is completely oblivious to the effects of motion blur.
Just below that boat anchor of a television, we find that Jay only has one gaming system, and it's a Wii. He might as well be a woman. And speaking of women, just like that game, he hasn't touched either in years. Sure, Jay has a cell phone. 80% of conscious grandparents have cell phones nowadays. But despite the insistence of his college-age daughter and the QWERTY keyboard phone his wife purchased for him, he can barely text 3 words a minute. Jay was actually overheard mumbling, "Why don't people just call? Aren't they still cell phones?"
We understand that this is difficult to watch, but just imagine what it must be like trying to live with someone entombed in such wretched layers of lameness.
The offspring of a mammal's parent are generally protected by the resiliency of youth and the promise of eventually escaping the nest. However, the spouse has taken a legally binding vow to stay with her husband in sickness and in health, but without the knowledge of just how sick that could be.
When I met him, he was 40 pounds lighter. He surfed and drove a pickup truck. What happened? He used to be tan, dressed so nicely. Now everything he wears is from Walmart. He doesn't even know where the International Mall is.
Clothing was a casualty from the earliest onset of mammals. After a quick survey of his pathetic wardrobe, we were initially relieved not to find a members-only jacket, but we quickly realized he didn't own a single Hollister or Ed Hardy t-shirt.
Yes. In the grand spectrum of adversity, MAMLS makes a Haitian earthquake seem like a stroll through the park. Would you believe that you have the power to end this hardship for Jay or someone just like him? It's true. For just 12 cents, you can adopt the lame middle-aged man. Your donation now of just 12 cents a minute can make a difference and shine a light of hope in the lives of a man like Jay and his family. 12 cents a minute. That's hundreds less than $6,000 a month, just to pay for some of the basic necessities to help rescue a man from the overpowering weight of his own lameness. A guaranteed 3% of all donations will go directly towards specific aid like Rogaine, Viagra, liposuction, a personal trainer, a BMW M6 convertible, a professional stylist, dancing lessons, more Viagra, a 30-foot Scarab pleasure craft with dual outboard motors. Life is not pretty. And neither is Jay. But MAMLS is more horrific than being forced to watch Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds in Professor Johnson's class. Really, that movie was almost as lame as this movie. Here's the information on how you can help combat middle-aged male lameness syndrome. Please call now or visit our website.
Adopt your middle-aged lame male today. Dial 1-800-LAMEJAY. That's 1-800-LAME-J, or visit the website at www.jayislame.com.